Today we have an angel with us, Jigna, who runs an animal care center, who runs an NGO of animal care in Diu. So I'm extremely delighted to have Jigna with us today. Jigna, welcome to my channel, Life Unscripted with Arpita.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Jigna, please tell us something about you. Your educational background, your family background, and your love for animals. How did your love for your animals begin? And what inspired you to take such a demanding job, which is so challenging and time demanding? Please.
Yeah. So my name is Jigna and I am from Diu. Diu is a tiny remote island near Gujarat. And we are a family of 4, me, mom, dad and my younger brother. And I run Rainbow Animal Aid since 2019 from my last year of college. I am a civil engineer by profession and currently pursuing my further studies as well. I did my degree from Vadodara and everything, the serious animal thing started from Vadodara itself, where I went to pursue my degree. But I was 6 months old since I remember. I started crawling on my 4 legs, and there were some newborn kittens outside my house behind the garden. So I took them, basically I dragged them in my tiny frock and got them home. So it's been since I was 6 months old.
Oh.
But after that, the childhood and teenage and all, it was all study, school and all. But still, I used to feel for animals, but couldn't do anything serious because I was small and as usual, just like any Indian family, I was not allowed to get any animal indoors. Yeah. But when I went to Vadodara for my degree, I used to stay alone, and whenever I used to travel to my college was in outskirts. So there were like hungry street dogs and cats who were panting in summer, shivering in winter, and sick in monsoon. They don't have place to hide and all. So it made me feel too much for them. Like every single time I see an animal, I put myself in that place. I put my soul in their body and imagine how it feels. I can't do it for a single day, what they are doing every day, the way they live.
Yes.
And in 2017, I was exploring something and I found an ad in OLX. At that time, OLX was very trending. So there was a cat, 50 days old kitten, orange in color. She was tied to a balcony and she was up for sale. And they wrote in the description that until someone pays us 8,000, they won't be releasing the cat from the balcony. They want to sell it, but still tied the kitten to the balcony. And after looking at the picture and the face of the kitten, only 50 days old baby, orange kitty, it broke my heart. I called my friend. I was not allowed to keep animal at that time as well from family, and I used to live on rent, so there was nothing permission and all kind of that. But still, me and my friend went to the opposite side of Vadodara. My pocket money was 10k at that time. I paid 8k to rescue that kitten, and we got that kitten home. Her name is Jenny. Jenny is my first cat, and every reason behind every single thing is Jenny. My name is Jigna and I kept her name as Jenny because she is like everything to me. And after rescuing her, she used to teach me like I need to keep litter, I need to keep this, that and all. And after getting Jenny, I never needed a roommate. Like it was like I come back college for her. I used to avoid any outing for her, and it was like all that. And after that, after getting Jenny, after adopting Jenny, whenever I used to see stray cats below my society and outside on the roads, I used to feel the same. I used to keep Jenny in their place. And then I came back home after doing my degree. Actually adopted 4 cats from Vadodara itself, and then came back home. My family was shocked as well because I wasn't allowed for 1 and took 4 home. After coming to Diu, I realized that Diu has nothing. No vets, nothing. In Vadodara, when Jenny fell sick, I used to take her to vet, and every facilities are available, medicines, medical shops and all.
Right.
But in Diu, there was nothing. So it all started from here.
Okay.
This is
an incredible job. Like then how did you do? You brought 4 kittens with you, 4 cats, right? And then how did you manage? Like, please say something more. Like, you were saying in Diu there was nothing, there was no vet, there was no vaccination facilities. So how could you manage? And the finance also.
Yeah. So I only had 4 cats and they were my pets. There was no NGO at that time.
Right.
So in Vadodara, when we used to come in vacation in Diu, I used to find nothing here. Then when we get back to Vadodara, there is a vet named Dr. Angela. She is an angel, just like her name.
Yes.
So I shared everything with her that, ma'am, when we go to Diu, Jenny Joyce has nothing. I can't even find food here, let alone medicine, not even food. So she was so impressed with the conditions and videos and everything we do here. We used to feed cats here, but no rescue. No. So she used to call me on weekends, and I used to go there so often, 2 to 3 times a week, and I used to stand with her. Even I don't go there just for medical issues. I just go and stand with ma'am, and she teaches me everything. If she is treating another animal, I was so cute. I'm not from medical background. I am from maths background. I used to pursue engineering at that time, but I was interested in biology as well. So madam taught me how to give vaccines, how to help. I know this is not a proper way because someone needs to be medically trained for doing this, but when you are at a place where doing something is saving a life, if there is no facilities, I think it's a good thing to do. So ma'am used to teach me dressing, basics of antibiotics, application, administration of vaccines, injectables, and all the things. And I was so curious, I used to write things down, come back home in Diu, and when an animal is sick, I used to call ma'am. She gives me the medicine and I do the things here.
Okay, so she's another angel actually. Anna?
Yeah, absolutely.
Without her help, like, it was really difficult for her. And how is the present scenario in Diu?
Present scenario is a bit better. Still no vets here because Diu has a tiny population, not too crowded like cities, and here people don't keep pets, not even breeds. There are very population of pets are also very low. So veterinary clinic, the nearest one is in Junagadh. Dr. Mithun Khataria is his name. Another angel, I can say. He is in Junagadh. It's around 4 hours from Diu one way, but whenever an animal is sick, even at 2 a.m. midnight or 3-4 a.m., I just text him and ask for help. Not only for pets. Dr. Mithun is always there for street animals as well. So all the rescues, all the street animals, even parvo infected dog, when I take from here to Junagadh, just one visit and the animal is done. Not a single case with him is like that I am let down. Never. So he is also someone who I cannot talk enough about. He helps me enough. So whenever current situation is better because Vadodara is 9 hours. I can't reach Vadodara with every animal, but 4 hours is okay, practical to take animals there. So scenario is good basically, but still no animal birth control. We can't help everyone. Okay, we need birth control programs in every city, every town. So when the population is decrease now, we can at least help the existing animals. Right now it's like everywhere there are puppies. Cat population is too much, we can't even count. I don't know exactly how many cats in Diu. Dogs are also too much. So scenario is like this, but medically it's good, a bit better, because even the nearest small city near Diu, Una, it has some facilities. New veterinary medical shop has also been opened last year itself. So some basics I'm able to get now.
Okay. So now how many animals do you have in your rainbow animal care?
Yeah. We have around 30 cats. Out of them, 22 are completely indoor fosters and 8 are indoor-outdoor. They come and go. And around 12 dogs.
So when do you keep them? Like you don't have a space also, you said.
Yeah. We are home based, we are shelterless, and I have converted my study room into Diu's first feline foster room. And my dogs stay in our parking and surrounding areas. They have dog houses and all those, their particular corners and areas. Our street is a huge one, so they have specific spots. But cats are completely indoors. They don't go out. The foster cat, and they have specific room. I don't need my study room anymore, so it is entirely converted. When someone searches Rainbow Animal Aid on Instagram, they will see all the reels. Those reels are recorded in that room only. It's my study room now. Their foster room.
Okay. Right. Very good. And you have an individual house, right? Not flat.
Yeah.
So that's very big help, no?
Yes. My house is like a huge one, so enough of space, around 40 animals can be accommodated. That's okay.
Okay. So how many people are associated with you for animal care?
It's individual effort and no team. There is nothing like team, because as I said, very low population here and most of the people are not that aware for animal welfare. But I'm trying to get along with more people and build a team. Right now it's an individual effort. My family is a team, I can say. We work together. When I'm not there, mom cares for the animal. Right now mom is outside, so I take care. Basically they are parts. I am the caretaker of cats and mom is the caretaker of dogs. We divide the things. We can't do everything, so we divide things. And my brother is in Ahmedabad, so he supplies medicines and all from city. Whatever things we don't get here, he sends from there.
So your family
helps with transportation.
Yeah,
Dad helps with if a cat is getting adopted, cat or dog outside Gujarat or somewhere, he arranges for everything to travel from here.
So basically, your family is your pillar of strength. Right? And
True.
you alone take care of around 40 cats, I think. And mom is taking care of 8 dogs, you said.
Yeah, 8 dogs. And we also feed 200 plus street dogs every single morning. All the videos are every single day posted on our social media handles. We have a feeder for that. We have a boy who we pay him and he works for us since around 2 years. We have a feeder, a helper, and currently I found a social media help as well for posting something. So slowly it's getting better, but it's taking time.
But who cooks for them? The food, like in the morning you feed, 200 dogs you said. So who cooks the food?
Any one of us can cook that. Our helper is there, mom and me are there. So we share the workload. It's not fixed that you will do this, you will do that. We share the workload. So every evening, 20 kg of rice are boiled and food and all, buttermilk and everything are kept. At night, I prepare everything. We have 3-4 buckets. We fill that bucket with rice and dry dog food, chicken, fish, whatever is available. We put that in storage containers and every single morning 5:30 a.m. the feeder comes. We used to feed around 8 earlier, but the people who comes for walking at that area, it's kind of bit uncomfortable. So at 5:30 or 6 max, they all get their warm meal every single morning.
Okay, that is incredible. What a wonderful job you are doing, Jigna. You are really an angel. Okay, but how do you manage the finance? It's a huge expenditure, right? So how do you do that?
We get 30 to 40% covered from social media. The rest we manage on our own. Yeah.
Okay. So basically now you, other than your family, you hardly have anybody. You have one feeder and you have one who carries
helper.
Bas, that's all. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the different categories of animals who are helped and cared by you? Like Rupkatha was saying something like you have some cows also. No?
Yeah, right now the cow is in front of me only. So the cow, it's my first rescue.
Okay.
This cow, we only have one cow right now. And I never planned to keep a cow because it's an individual house and we don't have that much space. But the plot opposite of my house, it's open and empty, grass and all. So it's okay to keep her there until the owner doesn't want to build something there. So right now we have around 32 cats, 12 dogs, a cow, and earlier when I was in Vadodara, I have rescued horse and a donkey as well. and many birds like duck, owl, and bats. Many species of birds also, parrots.
You rescued there when you were in Baroda?
In Vadodara, I rescued horse and donkey too, and dogs and cats. In Diu, there are this all like cow, dog, cat, and several species of birds.
So, where do the birds live around you now? This rescued birds, what happened to them? Like they were injured on the road?
Yeah, for example, some crows gathered and they were hitting an exotic bird. Maybe that exotic bird was someone's lost pet. I think so, because the bird was exotic. The crows used to hit the bird and the bird fell unconscious on the ground, and I got the bird, nurtured it back, and we release the bird. We don't keep birds. Birds are, I feel that sky is their home.
Yeah, they are free to fly.
So we keep them until they are weak. And like in summer, there are so many birds to rescue because most of them are dehydrated. No injury, nothing. Simple dehydration. So we treat them according to our vet's prescription. They are good and we release them. Recently, the last bird I rescued was some kind of, I don't remember, it was some different bird, tiny one, but couldn't survive. It was too tiny. Before that, it was a duck, a huge duck, an adorable one, rescued and nurtured him back, released where other ducks were there. Okay. So we do this. We find a group of that specific bird, and when the bird is healthy, we take that bird to that group, and we wait and watch if that group is accepting that bird. If not, we take the bird back, or else the group takes that.
Okay. And you said the cow is also rescued. Like, would you explain in what sense? Like, what happened to the cow?
It's brown colored of that basic cow which we found. She was a pet of someone nearby only. So she used to give baby after baby. And one day her, we call it achar, I'm not sure. It's a part of nipple, like abdominal part. It got fibroids. So because of that fibroids, her milk production was totally
dried up.
Down. She's dried up. She cannot produce milk. So when her baby comes, the baby doesn't get milk. So even if we externally feed the baby other cow's milk, the baby do not survive. And they release the cow because basically this cow, we say Gaushala, their main motive is milk and product of dairy. If a cow is not producing milk, and if the cow is of no profit to those who are running that cow shed, they release the cow. Yeah, they release the cow. So they released Kadambi. Cow's name is Kadambi. So they released Kadambi, and Kadambi went to somewhere, and I assume that she might not be going from that specific place. So someone threw hot water over her back part, this part.
Oh my!
So to make her go away. So because of that, her back skin was peeled like this. It was skin came outside. It entirely got peeled, and I had no idea about it. Some people used to send me videos and all, but I was not sure because I only have helped small animals till now. Never have been with large animals. But many days passed. And a friend sent me a video that the crows were hitting with their beak, and Kadami was in so much pain. Still, she was out there searching for food, for something to eat, and it was terrible. So once day, I decided let's get her home. We'll see what happens, but I can't just let her go, and it will be a mess. So I sent someone with that dory. Big rope, and Kadambi came walking from there. Like she was somewhere in another street, and the guy who I sent with that rope, he tied to the mouth of Kadambi, and they came walking. It was like she wanted to come home.
Right.
And since around 3 months, she is with us. I consulted a vet, and we did her dressing, and her entire skin was peeled, and little by little it cannot heal. So, jo skin thi na, it all dried up. and fell on her own. And she is much better now. The back part is also healed. Only a bit of pinkish area is now remaining to heal. But her abdominal part, which is her nipples, are still the same. We consulted a few vets and their opinion was that we need to neuter her first. Because if she gets pregnant again, the calf won't survive. And it will be the same cycle of life and death, because she can't feed the calf. So currently I am waiting for a vet surgeon if someone is traveling to Diu and can do surgery of Kadambi for us. Then we can release her. Right now she is in the plot opposite to my house. So this is a story.
Fibroid cannot be removed. Like what happened to her nipple?
She has, I think, 4 nipples. I assume, yeah, it's 4. So all 4 nipples are hardened. It's all solid with fibroid. So there is nothing we can do about it. A vet came and treated her, but her entire nipples are failed. Like,
oh my God.
It's infected as well of pus and all. So she was on antibiotics and medicines. It's good now, but the entire nipple portion has to be removed for her to feel relief.
Oh my God. And what happened to that horse and donkey?
Horse was used in that marriage purpose, that Bharat, that specific purpose, So the horse just came from Bharat after being used for that Bharat thing, and I was traveling to somewhere, I don't know, with my friends. I was going back to my flat in Vadodara, and it was my usual road. So I found that the horse was unable to stand. His 4 legs were not that strong. Uske पैर जो थे ना, it was like weakened. He couldn't stand. उसमें strength ही नहीं थी. So I asked my friend to take back. We moved forward from that road. We came back and I tried searching for his owner. No one was there. And after a while, the owner came. I asked him that, is he sick? Do you need any help for the horse? And he was like, no madam, I use him for Bharat and this thing, he is very okay, I care for him very well, etc, etc. And suddenly I thought of removing that, Bharat mein that horse has decorated chadar kind of thing on his back. That long,
He was already wearing that, like it was put on him. Okay.
Yeah, he was all decorated. I couldn't see his body, he was entirely decorated. So I took that off, his decoration and that chadar which was on his back. And I was so shocked. Below that chadar, he had multiple wounds. So many wounds, and his back was all bruised. And he was bleeding from specific spots on his legs as well. He was dehydrated and he was starving. So it was heartbreaking. So I had a communication with his owner and I asked him that, why don't you feed him? You are earning from him. He is helping you earn. At least feed him properly. And if you see that he is wounded, not one wound, his entire back was like all, it was not healthy. Entire skin was peeled off, had multiple deep wounds in that, in legs, his
he was carrying people on that.
He was decorated and was carrying people. So I asked the owner that, why don't you go to at least government veterinary and get some powder or spray or something, help him, na? He was like that, I don't earn enough from him to feed him as well. So whatever we do and whatever I earn, I feed from them and blah blah. And the owner himself was staying in the Jhopadpatti kind of huts on the road. So I thought it's not a proper place. So I offered him some money and asked him to surrender the horse. And he started abusing and he was drunk, I think. So he started all those drama and all. I had my friends with me. We called the police. Police came and everything happened, and police also investigated a bit, and later he had to surrender the horse. We sent the horse to a farm in Vadodara. And after a couple of months, I went to visit the horse, and he was just like that mountain, beautiful horse in mountain, running freely, all healthy and all good. And later, I felt bad for that owner because he was earning from the horse and had a family to feed. So we went back and offered him something as well, and gifted some things, some money, etc. And he was also good. So this was the horse story.
So these farm people took good care of the horse.
Yeah, it's called Panjrapur, na? They keep every large animal freely.
Oh.
Yeah, in cities it is there.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And what happened with the donkey?
Donkey was abandoned, I think. He might have some health issues, so he was standing in the same space between that highway. There were two sides of highway, in between there was that partition. And he was standing there for one whole day. I went to college, I came back, he was in the same spot, not moving. I thought it might be something, I just ignored it. Another day I went to college, came back, he was still in the same, his head was like this. Just looking down, he couldn't look up, so I thought there is something wrong. So I called the local NGO, and with the help of them we took him to the vet and he was good, and again we sent him to the same farm to have good food and live freely. From there he might have gotten adopted by the donkey, like the people who helps and keeps donkey.
Okay.
So he was good as well. I think he was depressed because of something, might have faced some kind of trauma. But after good food and some medicines and some friends to roam with and run around, he was much better. Too good. He loved having pets here in his neck part.
Okay. So there are people who cannot help. Unfortunately, who cannot help animals, but there are people who are angels and comfort, isn't it?
Yeah, in city there are very nice options. Yeah.
So, Jigna, would you like to remove some misconceptions in the minds of people about stray animals, and would you tell them, for my viewers, why it is important to take care of stray animals in present time?
Okay, so the misconception I think is that about our desi animals, Indian breed animals. Mostly people, when they get ready to have a pet, they go to a pet shop and ask for a specific breed. And when we try to create awareness regarding our own Indian breed animals, the misconception is like they are dirty, they spread diseases, and they are not home pets, they can only live outside. So I want everyone to give our community animals one single chance. It's okay to not adopt them, totally okay. But in winters, please put a gunny bag outside your house for them to curl themselves. In monsoon, when it's pouring hard, just let them sit around your office and house. So the misconception is like that they will spread some virus and diseases, and it's not like that. Like Indian animals are the ones with the highest immunity, because all the other breeds are like, most of the breeds are of foreign countries where they are used to snow and winter. But our desi native breed is like they are used for our Indian climate.
So they have better health.
Their lifespan is also much higher than those foreign breeds, as well as Indian animals. When you adopt them, and if you notice in their eyes, they have a specific kind of gratitude. Whenever I have rescued a native breed, I just sit with them, give them some time, they will get along, and they are so easy to be trained as well. And they have that sense of gratefulness and gratitude because they are rescued and not bought. They know their life before you adopt it and after you adopt it. Yeah.
And you don't have to spend a huge amount of money for getting them, like what you have and breed animals.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that they are like family members and friends.
Yes. Jigna, tell me, if you could converse with some of your animals, what would you like to ask them?
I would like to ask them that, not specifically ask them, I would want them to teach me, like, how can you forgive someone? When you see a human abusing an animal, torturing them, shooing them away, hitting them, doing every single thing, but still that animal has no grudges, is not angry, is not sad, I would like to ask any of them that how do you do this? Because we humans don't have this. If someone is hurting us once, we will always have that in our mind.
Whole life will remember that.
Yeah, whole life and our perspective will change totally. But these animals, even if you are about to kill that animal and leave them, he or she will still love you in the same way. It's something that I cannot, like, it's too precious, and no one can do that except an animal. No matter how you are, how much you are earning, how you look, nothing matters to them. Just love them for one time and they will be yours forever.
And they will love only you. There will be someone who
only
will love only you.
Yeah, only until their last breath.
Yes. Jigna, would you like to tell those who wants to make some difference but they do not know from where to start? Would you have any message for that kind of people?
Sure. So I think it all starts from us. We don't need to go out and feed, rescue, foster. No, everyone cannot do that having full-time jobs. What we can do is that one dog which is outside our house, outside our gate, or in our society, if you are in a flat, try to give that dog or a cat one single meal a day. If he or she is injured, just put some powder, ask nearest vet, and do some first aid. And help them weather-wise, like whatever weather it is, whatever they are needing. Just it's like this is how we can start with one animal. And when I have seen people telling me that you can't help animals of entire world, why are you doing this? Helping one animal won't change the world. Yes, but for that one animal, its entire world is changing.
Yes. And people will get inspired from you. From Jigna, my daughter has adopted 3 cats from you, right? And we are such love them.
Something else.
And our home, they have made our home heaven. Such a joyful place. So, like, awareness will be there. Like, we cannot stop educating people or try our efforts to make them aware about all these things. We have to try put our efforts in a continuous basis.
True.
So, Jigna, what I understand, what I guess people can help you in 2 ways. Either by donating your foundation, Rainbow Animal Aid, or by adopting an animal from you as pet without any cost, right? So, please tell my viewers how they can contact you, how they can donate you or contact you if they want to adopt some animal from you. Please tell them in your own words.
Okay. So currently we have dogs and cats up for adoption, and it's for entire India. Anywhere from India you can adopt an animal from us, and we can travel with our animal. For cats, our adoption criteria are a bit strict because once a cat runs away from your home, it's very low chance that the cat will come back because we are sending the cat from Diu to somewhere. So cat adoption is a bit tricky, so one will have to go through the procedures to adopt a cat, and most of my cats are in pair. They are bonded because it's been years they are waiting for home, so most of them are in pair only. But dogs are like easy to adopt. There is not much you need to do for dogs. Simple adoption procedure we have, like filling up the adoption form, a basic house check that will be done by your local NGO from your city. And to adopt, you can email us or contact us on any social media platform, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. Rainbow Animal Aid is the name. In all the platforms, it's the same name. And for donating, it's like that we put up appeals whenever there is a need for any kind of camps, specifically for animal birth control. You can sponsor a surgery for a community animal. And the rest is like we run feeding drives. People do sponsor feeding. And we have virtual adopters, like those foster cats who doesn't have a home for 3-4 years. You can, if you cannot adopt them physically, you can adopt them virtually.
Right.
Yeah, so these are few ways, and you can get in touch with us via rainbowanimal8@gmail.com, or just search on any of the social media platform and get in touch. We'll guide you thoroughly for things.
And so you are connected with other animal care NGOs. You help each other, right? What I guess?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay. So, and social media is playing a very important role here.
Yes. Absolutely. Without social media, we won't be able to. For example, Roop Katha. If there was no Instagram, I wouldn't have found Roop. I lovingly call her Roop. I wouldn't have found her. And just like that, we have a few 10, 12 adopters, which are all like more than friends to me right now. They are like, we are like team from different cities. So right now it's like that. For example, in Ahmedabad, I got a query for a cat adoption. So I will ask my adopter and request them to go and check the home of the new adopter if they are like trusted, and also this works like a group.
Yes. And for my viewers, I would like to say Rupkatha is my daughter, and through Rupkatha only I came to know about this angel Jigna, and Rupkatha has adopted 3 cats. Her 3 cat daughters from Jigna. They are Kiwi, Mao and Mio, and I also have one YouTube video on my furry family. That's great. And so what is your feeling about when you send your animals for adoption? Is it a mixed feeling? Like, how do you feel when you send them for adoption? Like, I heard when you sent Kiwi to us, you were very sad, like you miss Kiwi.
So it's like I have seen them, their bodies collapsing, frail bodies, and I nurture them back to that healthy, confident animal. And once they are completely healthy, they get adopted. And it's like a bonding. We bond with each other, and no matter how many animals get adopted, even if I have 100, every single one is different and precious to me. So when they are going to their forever homes, I am 80% happy and 20% sad, because like every single time it feels like a part of my heart is going with them. But I am too lucky, I can say, that all my adopters are like, they are giving them life better than what I could have ever given them.
Okay, so your experience with adoptive parents are so far happy.
Very nice, because our adoption criteria are such that I don't give away easily. One needs to be patient and go through the criteria, and then they can adopt. Yeah.
Right. And Jigna, where do you see your Rainbow Animal Aid from 5 years from now? In 5 years from now.
Yeah. So my vision is to build a shelter. Proper shelter with in-house vet facilities, with a vet surgeon who is good, experienced in birth control surgeries, so I can bring the population in control of the island at least. And I want to promote adoption of the orphan indie animals, and I want Rainbow Animal Aid to be so inspiring that local people start volunteering. And I want Rainbow Animal Aid to have a team of like-minded people, especially from local areas, so we can get together and work for animals and build a shelter, a huge shelter, not only for small animals but for cows like Kadambi, for horses, for donkeys, all the animals, and in-house facilities, so we don't need to travel for little things.
Right. And what is your dream, Jigna, about a better India in terms of animal care?
Equal respect, the way you respect a husky. Please respect our native breed as well. I want to convey this message to everyone viewing this. For better India, it's like I have read this somewhere that someone who is kind to animals is definitely kind to humans as well.
Exactly.
So yeah, kindness has no cost. I want India to be kind to not only animals, be kind to everyone. Be compassionate.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome, actually. Jigna, it is so nice. I'm feeling so good to talk to you. Thank you so much for this conversation. And I feel so proud of seeing young people like you. You are the future of the nation. And see how good, how wonderful, beautiful mind you have. So I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best, and God bless you. Take care, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. And bye-bye.
Thank you so much.